It's kind of a new beginning of the same thing, but a new beginning nonetheless. What do you think?
I don't know if that's how I would describe it, but new chapter, new season.
You want to call it a new season? Is it season 2 of Rank You Very Much?
I think so. We wrapped it up at 50. That was a really good, solid number for season 1. And now we're ready for season 2.
What's kind of amazing is we didn't know if it would come back.
And I feel like this is sort of like a space odyssey moment, way before Ellie's time with the caveman, and it's just like, it's happening, it's on, it's a new era.
It is. It kind of is. I'm Paul Fletcher.
I'm Eric Perkins.
I thought you were going next. You always go second.
I was trying to yield and be gentle.
Oh, that's kind. I'm Ellie Mark. Let's go.
You get to say it again. Say it one more time. Just
Okay. Let's go.
What's a casual break? Let's get back to ranking things. Rank You Very Much. Ahead on episode 51. Coolest reptiles. Best inside-out characters. But we start with most impactful Taylor Swift lyrics. Rank You Very Much. Rank You Very Much.
Rank you very much.
Rank You Very Much.
Rank you very much. Rank you very much.
Very You Very Much.
Rank you very much. Rank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. For those that are new to Rank You Very Much, that we're so lucky to have an original theme done by a Canadian band. They're from Toronto, eh? Walk Off the Earth, just outstanding.
I still can't believe you scored them to do that.
Well, I can't believe the intricacies, because they sent us all the individual parts, and like there's all these different. I can't believe the time that they sat down and actually did that for us, for crying out loud.
We appreciate them very much. But, we mentioned it's a new era. And speaking of eras, we're going to kick things off with Best Taylor Swift Lyrics.
Of course we are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why wouldn't we?
I know, it's so heavy-handed with you sometimes with her. Okay, but I'm down. I'm not even gonna trust me. I'm not even gonna go.
Are you seriously at this point in life questioning Taylor Swift?
No,
Yeah,
I said I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying that of course we're starting with her because of the fervor and fever that is constant.
But you directed initially at Ellie, like she was like some sort of crazy person.
It's the both of you.
We could do it. We could do a topic per episode with Taylor.
Okay.
For crying at this
Honestly.
point.
Okay.
She is that big of a deal, and she
Get off
deserves
my
every
lawn.
second of
My
it.
goodness.
Okay,
Sheesh.
you know what? If you're going to throw shade at it, I want you to go first
There was
because it's
no
probably
shade.
I feel like we need to build it up, and I feel like Fletch and I are going to be way better at this. So
Shade
starting with you.
Never made anybody less perk.
Started from the bottom.
Stop. You're horrible. All right, my top Taylor Swift lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my take, of course, because this is very personal and subjective. But I will say that there are a lot of obscure lyrics, and I pined through a horde of them. But these were the ones that just resonate with me. I'm going with all popular ones, just so you know. I'm not going too deep on this.
Okay.
Number 3, you look like my next mistake. Blank space. I mean, that's just, it's such a simple, short lyric, but it is
Not got a long list of ex-lovers? It's
no.
you look like my
You
next
look
mistake.
like my next mistake. I mean, that's just.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
It's like saying you look like my future ex-husband.
Yeah.
Yes, right. And frankly, there are some people I've looked at and I'm like, you're my future ex-boyfriend. And it did turn out that way. So here we are.
Manifested.
I pretty much. Yeah, I mean that was my 20s.
Number 2. This song tears me up.
Oh.
For any of those that were you're trying to push me in the direction of being a Taylor hater, don't even, because I'm with you guys.
Don't
I'm just
even.
Gosh,
I'm just-
sorry.
From Paper Rings.
Oh.
I like shiny things, but I'd marry you with paper rings. How can you not just
so
be emotional about that?
Yeah. Well, you know what though? The thing about her is that as much crap as she gets, and as pop as she is, at her core, at her heart, she's a brilliant songwriter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's mastered words.
And-
her lyrics are great.
And both of those lines that I just spat out are incredibly simple, right?
but-
And yet they cut to the bone.
Yeah, they're incredibly simple, but the two of them next to each other.
Yeah.
Like I said, bro, and I'll tell you what, right now, I know for a fact 11-year-old Elsie would give you 100% the stamp of approval. That's one of her top 5 faves.
Yes.
Ooh.
That actually means
The
way
Elsie
more
stamp
than,
of
than any
approval?
kind of affirmation from the two of you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Touche.
Number 1. The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, because she's dead.
Honestly,
That's brilliant.
nice.
Thank you.
Perk.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't like the way we're starting because we're getting along and approving of your number one.
know.
When's the last time you had a good number one?
So true.
It's been over a year.
Okay, but
Wait a
also
minute.
it's never happened. I love you, dude, but like your number ones always go like, we're building up. The 3 is solid.
Yeah.
The 2, you're like, yes, what's number 1 going to be? And you hit number 1 and it just goes.
His rankings are like a startup company. Up, and then in
Yes.
the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that
exactly.
one
But that one,
crushed it.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
I forgot about that lyric. Like I forgot of it.
What she was going through in her
Oh,
life
it's so
and what that lyric is saying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, guys.
You nailed it.
Well
You're a
done.
carpenter. You're a carpenter.
I'm
you
sitting.
Just nailed it.
I'm sitting up a little bit straighter, like Karen Carpenter, or no?
No, like a guy that pounds
okay.
nails because
Okay.
you just nailed it.
I
Okay.
want you to go next. I want to go last. Save the best
Oh.
for last, naturally.
All right, fair enough. Oh man, I have 4 here, and I've got to do
Here we go.
live streaming editing
Here we
right
go.
now, and I'm gonna go because you went with largely known stuff. I had one that was a little deeper, and I'm gonna go with it. So my number
like it.
3 is from her best song she's ever written. It is her Bruce Springsteen moment, in my opinion, from All Too Well. Because there we are again in the middle of the night. We're dancing around the kitchen in the refrigerator light.
It's a
like-
good one.
It paints a picture. It rhymes. Which, long time ago, rock and roll guy, Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl said, it's not easy to write a pop song and to have it be meaningful and actually say something and rhyme. And she did that. That is exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And like I said, All Too Well. Her
Brilliant.
best song ever.
Best song ever, but deep cut. No, or
Not, I mean, kind of a deep cut.
Okay.
It got a little bit of second life when she re-released, when she did Taylor's version of Red.
Yeah.
All Too Well was kind of a single. It didn't have a ton of success, but
Well,
again,
because it was 10 minutes long. It wasn't meant to become
still
another
got played.
pop song hit. It was meant to be
100%.
like, let me actually show you this whole story I wrote. And
Oh, it's so good.
Genius.
It's in fact, I've said for a long time that that's her best song.
yeah.
And I recently read a list. I don't remember if it was Spin or it was one of the big hitters, and they had it listed at number 1. And I went ahead and patted myself on the
validation.
back.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
felt
Well
good.
done.
Number 2, got a long list of ex-lovers that tell me I'm insane. Same song, different lyric.
Yeah.
I was hoping, but it. Can you imagine if we would have had like 3 of the same with all of the lyrics that we have to choose from?
I'm kind of waiting for it to happen, but
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
My number 1 is probably if you're a longtime listener, it's fairly predictable. We ranked our favorite songs once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember what my number 1 is?
Was it Shake It Off? No.
It's the right album though. You've got that James Dean Daydream look in your eye. I don't know that one has resonated with me from the first second I heard it. Doesn't even really mean anything, but it's just cool sounding. It's
Yeah.
slick. It's slickly written is
Yeah.
what it is.
It like rolls. The
Yeah.
line rolls.
You got
I
that
like it.
James Dean
And just
style,
and just
by
so
the
you
way.
know, generationally speaking, Ellie, James Dean is not a sausage maker. He was a
sausage maker.
That's Jimmy Dean.
right.
Yeah.
I just James Dean was a Hollywood star back in the day. Drove around a convertible, white
Oh.
T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah. Never heard of that
Okay.
one before.
All right. Just
Yeah.
wanted to let you know.
He
Just-
wanted to make sure you didn't think it was Jimmy Dean. Yeah. It's you know what?
Oh, I'm trying to be offended, and frankly, it's too funny to
We-
be
so-
offended.
so you've heard of him.
I've heard of
Okay,
him.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
He's an attractive dude. He's got muscles and
Anyways.
he always had a cigarette too, right? Had muscles.
Oh,
Yeah, sad.
R.I.P. Anyways, number 3.
Okay.
Newer one, but it is popped off. You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. Oh,
What is that?
no
Okay,
reaction?
What's that from, and what is she talking
Who's
about?
afraid of little old me?
Okay.
And she's basically talking about how like she was raised to be a star, a pop star, and it was brutal and it was hard and all these people give her flack and she's like, you should be afraid of me. And then they're like,
Did she really have it that tough, though, I wonder?
do you want to be a pop star?
I'm not saying that.
Do you want Kim K coming after you? Because I don't.
Here's what I don't want. I don't want... That doesn't mean anything, first of all. When somebody that's got Jell-O inside of their head and they call it a brain...
Okay.
Don't even.
No, Kim K. She's a moron.
No, she's not.
Yes, she
she's
is.
brilliant.
I
she's-
happen to agree with you.
She's an idiot. Oh, my God.
Nope.
I mean, she's making something of the opportunity she's been given, but she became famous for being famous.
off
What?
the rails.
Okay, you
you're
know
off
what?
the rails
You know what?
already.
We
First
are-
topic, and you're just like you're going south to Nova Scotia.
And also,
South to Nova Scotia? Where are we? The
I
Arctic
know
Circle?
that's how off the rails you are because you're so far out that you have to go south to get to Nova
I
Scotia.
refuse to give Kim K any more airtime when we are talking about Taylor Swift. So
Fair.
I'm moving forward
Fair.
to my
so then
number
back
2.
him up. Good Lord.
Okay, number 2.
I'm just saying, don't ask for pop
Stop
stardom.
interrupting
Don't
me!
ask for pop stardom and then complain about how hard it was.
That was a good
That's
lyric
all I'm saying.
choice.
It was a good lyric choice.
Number 2. But I took your matches before fire could catch me. So don't look now. I'm shining like fireworks over your sad, empty town. Boom!
I feel like ours were more impactful.
What?
Our choices.
How is
Do you
that
agree,
not
Bert?
impactful?
Ours were a little bit more terse.
I will admit that was like the longest
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean, you almost read the entire song.
That was
Oh,
that was
come on.
paragraphical.
But that
yeah. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
Fine.
We
It
like
doesn't have the
Okay.
punch.
It's a great
Okay,
lyric. It's a
so-
great.
No,
it's
listen. It doesn't have the same punch power ours did. That's all.
It's a great
Okay,
lyric.
then
It's a great
I'll
lyric.
narrow it. I'll
Or-
narrow it down. I'm shining like fireworks over your sad, empty town. Talk about a Dear John letter. Freaking nailed it.
Yeah. Now she's mad at my town.
Like a carpenter.
Unbelievable.
Like
You like that, don't you? I do.
number 1. This lyric, the first time I heard it, actually made me cry. And it actually brought her a lot of drama and juice. And I forget about you long enough to forget why I needed to. From All Too Well, one of her best songs ever. And
Yeah.
people were going at her. I think there was something like another song had used it, but then didn't pop off. And then her song popped off. And she was like, I didn't know this
Can
other
you say it
artist.
again? Because
Okay.
it's almost so deep in yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go, do it again.
Yeah.
And I forget about you long enough to forget why I needed to. Because then it's always that person that comes back into your mind. You're like, oh,
Okay.
that was so, yeah.
Okay.
It's deep.
Yeah.
Number frickin' 1.
So her first two kind of didn't blow us away. That one's really good.
Thank you.
That's a good number 1.
Yeah. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Give that. Can we get back into the swing of things and stop being so nice and signing off on each other? Good God.
Topic 2. Best Inside Out characters.
All right, so we just went and saw Inside Out 2, and it's right there in the title. 2, we saw it twice. Because it's just...
And what's crazy is that you saw it in a theater and then you saw it at a drive-in, so you were inside and you were out.
Oh, for real? You saw it twice?
We saw it twice, but we did not
Wow.
see it in
Oh, okay, never mind.
drive-in. But
Never
that, you know what? I love that conceptually.
Thank you,
That's
thank you.
brilliant. Because
Yeah.
you would see it inside and out.
Ah.
And I consider Inside Out to be... we haven't ranked animated films yet, but or maybe we did way back in the day. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. What matters is that I would consider it, if it's not my number 1, it's a top 3 or a top 5 for sure. Animated films ever. I think Inside Out is genius. The way they take you inside somebody's mind, especially that of an 11-year-old, and assign emotions and have all the train of thought and all this other, long term way back there and all the stuff that gets forgotten down there and imaginary characters and imagination land and all that. It's brilliant the way they did it. Pete Docter, by the way, from Bloomington, Minnesota. Inside Out 2 may actually be better. Have you seen it yet?
No.
You haven't seen it?
I'm sorry.
Okay, just wondering. That's fine.
My,
you know what?
My kids did. I was
Did they love it?
predisposed. They liked it a lot.
Okay, let's start where we ended with Ellie.
Ooh, here we go. I mean, I just have to, one little quick comment. As a mental health person and advocate, I think it's so great that we are talking about emotions and making them something that is easier for
Tangible.
to understand
It's
for
tangible.
kids and even adults.
Assigning it a character. Sorry, I
Yes.
didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, it's assigning it a character.
Did you just apologize for interrupting?
Yeah,
me?
because we have our ebbs and flows, right? We have where we're being serious and we're being kind and being,
Okay,
and then we have
touche.
times where we give each other crap endlessly.
Touche.
And this was
Touche.
one of those moments where I wasn't trying to actually interrupt you.
I get it. Okay, my number
one-
3.
But
now I was going to say now.
But now the gloves are off.
You just did.
Number 3. I'm going with someone from Inside Out 2. I think it's a very off the wall character. I don't even know if it's an emotion, but I dig it and I think it's hilarious. Boredom. And why is boredom French?
Oui. Yeah, I
I don't understand, but like,
Because I think the French are just bored with everything.
yeah, they're just like
They
too
come
good
off
for
that way.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just appreciated the way they embodied this emotion was spot on.
Well, and it's something that, in 2, she's 13, and it's something
Yes.
that a 13-year-old can't be bothered with anything,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they did a good job of changing it. It's not disgust. It's not sadness. It's boredom. It's its own separate thing, and they
Right.
did a really good job of separating that.
And Perk, since you haven't seen it, one of the best parts is boredom can't even be bothered to get off the couch. So she accesses the control panel with an app on her phone because she can't be bothered to get up off the couch because she's boredom.
Which is so teen-like. It's just perfect.
Ennui is what they call her. Boredom. Yeah. Oui.
Number 2. I did not laugh harder in watching the film than when Bloofy and Pouch came on the screen. The cartoon character. The way that
Those are made up, right?
Yeah,
For
I
the
don't
movie?
Yeah, I don't think they exist in real life, but I was like, this personifies every cartoon I ever watched as a child. The way Bloofy spoke to the audience, the way Bloofy was two-dimensional, and the voice, the "Will you help me?" And I was like, oh, I laughed so hard I was crying.
It was like we were watching, who's the girl, Nickelodeon?
Dora.
Who would that guy have been on Dora?
Boots.
Boots? Okay.
Boots, probably the equivalent.
And Pouchy is just
Backpack.
fantastic. Yeah.
Genius. It was
Sheer genius,
hilarious.
Lloyd.
And I feel like even kids thought it was funny, but it was really for the adults in the room. Like, oh, you kind of remember that one. And then also like, here's a surprise or a secret. She still loves Bloofy and Pouch. And I was like, we all still love that one cartoon, or like watch it. And we're like, we're not watching it with our kids. And then we do. Number 1, this was the easiest one to pick for me. Sadness. That emotion. Oh,
I didn't say anything. I did not say
that
a word.
face said everything.
I'm waiting for the explanation.
Okay. 1, the character itself teaches so many lessons, and I feel like it's perfectly personified, where it's not this like big bad thing. Like, we don't make sadness a bad thing. It's just a thing that we all experience and we all have. And I loved that. But also the story, I cannot remember the actress's name, but she plays Phyllis in The Office, how she basically came out of retirement just to do this voice. Best person for this character.
She voiced the first one while she was on The Office, actually.
Oh,
Didn't come out of
really?
retirement. Yeah. And Phyllis from The Office's name is Phyllis.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Or maybe I did know that and I just forgot until this moment, but came out of retirement for the second one.
I think you did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
Do you know any Phyllises? Like,
What?
do you know any Phili or Phyllises? Whatever they're called. Are there any
I don't
like
know if I know of Phyllis.
any in your
Or-
Rolodex?
I
Do you
don't
have
think I have
any of
any
them?
Phyllis.
That's like saying phalange.
I actually know one. What?
You know what?
Wait, what?
Like
Hey,
Phil.
can we keep this PG-13?
What'd you
I know
just
what
say?
said,
Phalanges.
but-
Oh my-
That's just your fingers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any Phyllises, but that could have been. Did we reference Phyllis in the old lady names episode?
We did not.
No, we didn't.
But we could have.
We could have.
Had a lot of Doris's,
like
Ruths,
a-
and Mildreds, but we never had a Phyllis. All
A
right.
retroactive wedging.
No.
That's not a wedge. He was just asking
no,
about
Okay.
Phyllis. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice try. By the
Man.
way, for those of you who are just listening for the first time to Rank You Very Much, a wedge is when somebody tries to get in another ranking in addition to their 3.
We have 3, and people will at times try to add in a 4th or a 5th even.
And
sometimes.
I am the wedge police. I'm the one that patrols this.
No one assigned it to you.
Okay.
No, he voted himself to that island.
You-
And by the way, anywhere you listen to a podcast, you can go back and listen to the original, the first 50 episodes. There are 50
Oh,
out there.
there is a lot of wedging
Go-
happening in the first several.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Perk, you can go next.
Okay.
Since
Number
I'm the
3.
expert.
Okay.
I'm going Ennui. I'm with her. Boredom, whatever you want to call this character.
Wee.
Just brilliant. The voice was great. And the concept in and around it is that sort of just lethargy and not wanting to be bothered with anything is just
So good.
Yeah, brilliant.
You know what? And I'm not going to wedge, but I'm actually with you two singling boredom out. I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'd love to, I love nothing more than to tear you two to shreds.
Yeah.
But it's a great pick.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Number 2, I'm going with fear.
It's fair.
And
Okay.
more so, not necessarily for the emotion itself, but just for the embodiment of the emotion.
It's
And,
well done.
Yes, it's brilliant. Absolutely.
And it's separate from anxiety, which I think is a very good thing that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a hot mess.
Yes.
Those two together
I can relate.
Would be like a hurricane.
Just a shuddering, stuttering.
Story of my
yeah.
life.
And number 1 that goes flat in the face of what Ellie ranked as her number 1, but I'm going Joy. Joy brings me joy because she is so ebullient and vibrant and wonderful. And gosh darn it, this world needs more joy. And I know that we're a broad spectrum of emotions and mental health avenues, but doggone it, I just think that there can't be enough joy in this world. If you want to get deep, I'm just tired of going to people's funerals. I'm tired of divisiveness in the political realm. I'm tired of discord. I'm tired of vitriol, and I just think this world needs more joy. And so, yeah, joy.
When did this become his therapy session?
It's just,
I
you
thought
know
it was
what?
mine.
I'm just tired of it. I'm so fucking sick of people pissing on each other. I just think we need more joy, and I love that Amy Poehler did what she did with this character. Joy's number one. Bottom line, end.
I'm gonna get an umbrella just to avoid the piss. My only critique is this: while I support wholeheartedly everything you just said about the actual emotion Joy and that we need more of it in the world, we're actually ranking characters.
I understand that, and I know.
I think Joy tried to steal everything she was a part of. Oh, she tried to overhaul everything and ultimately led the human that she was supposed to be guiding astray.
Riley.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Joy in the movie kind of sucks.
I concur.
Yeah, let's hate on Joy. Way to go, guys.
Oh, okay. Now he's just
Next,
gonna
you're
make
gonna
us
tell
look
me
like
there's
bad
no
people.
Santa. No, Joy's. She is likable, and she means well.
All right.
So I'll backpedal a little, but
Okay.
overall, I think you're off.
You probably hate puppies.
Number 3 is anger.
This makes so much sense.
Dude, when he rams the things forward and fire shoots out of his head, and it's voiced by Lewis Black, who's got maybe we could rank character voices, and
Yeah.
he would maybe be in everybody's top 3. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy's got an unbelievable voice, and he really shines in the sequel, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a backseat driver in the first one, but in the second one, he gets a lot more opportunity to spread his wings, and I think anger is awesome. I found a lot of joy in anger.
Of course you do.
Well done there. Well done.
But number 2 is totally off the rails. It's even more off the rails than boredom. Who's your friend that likes to play bing bong, bing bong?
Oh gosh.
Bing bong's the best. He cries candy. He's got a tail. I don't remember
Okay.
all of the animals that made him up, but he was Riley's imaginary friend in the first one.
Yep.
And by the way, because we saw it twice, and it was my 11-year-old that noticed this, when you guys do go watch it or watch it again, one of the opening scenes when all the emotions are taking a nap, they're sleeping at night, in Joy's little cot, she has a bing bong statue. It's hilarious. Cool little
There's so many
Easter
Easter
egg.
eggs. Yeah, there's so many Easter
I
eggs.
love that.
In all these films.
Outstanding. But Bing Bong was just like, it's the best.
What
man.
did we-
And he kind of saved the day.
What did we call it when you agreed with someone but you're not wedging? We had a term for it. COA?
COA, yeah.
What did that stand for? Something of an agreement? That's where I'm at with this.
Cover one's,
A word.
I think, yeah.
Maybe.
No, it was something else.
Oh.
But anyways, I'm going to use my COA card here and agree.
Thank you.
You're allowed to agree. I mean, you don't have to play a COA card.
Well, I'm trying to avoid wedging right now.
Okay. All right.
So I'm just leaving it at that.
I think we should actually get COA cards made.
It's like a yellow card in soccer.
Yes.
You can just raise it.
Or wedge police. You can
Yeah,
have,
you
but
got
I'm
little
the
red
only one
cards.
that has
Get
the
a siren-
cards.
Oh,
we need
no.
to go
I-
light.
No,
I'm-
we all need the cards.
No,
not
I'm
just
the
him.
I'm the keeper.
Not of the COA.
Of all
You're the
of them.
wedge police.
No, all of them.
Okay.
Continue.
Number 1, and I got excited for a moment just because of your reaction. I thought you were kind of like playing coy. And I thought maybe we were going to have a unanimous number 1 because number 1 is sadness. 1,000%.
Ooh, let's go.
You can roll your eyes all you want at sadness, but sadness saves the day in both movies.
Mm-hmm.
She balances the freak that is Joy, and she plays a stealth operative in Inside Out 2. And so, yeah, it's kind of I'm going to save it. I'm not going to use it as often, but it's close to With a Bullet. Not quite, but it's close to number 1 with a bullet.
Can you do that close? I feel like you just got a full send or nah, bruh.
No, you could have it in the chamber, cocked and ready, and then I'm not going to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it.
This is Rank You Very Much. Rank You!
For this new sort of reboot of Rank You Very Much, we're going to do a new segment here that we concocted. And this is after we rank 2 topics, we're going to like bring in this little thing called This or That, which is a ranking in and of itself, but it's just a lot more compact, right? And so this is where we're going to push it out to the social media, the people that listen to us, all the fine people on the interwebs, and get their
Love the
take
interwebs.
on what should it be. Should it be this or should it be that?
And they've already blown it on a future one, and it's fine. But whatever.
Okay, so our first installment of
Makes
this
me
or
angry.
that, and by the way, we need a jingle for that. It's this, it's that, it's tit for tat. I don't know. Okay, it's a workshop thing right now. Just shut up.
All right.
Okay, so this or
Nice,
that. Our
nice
first
work, Taylor Perk.
Our first topic.
We've got the Olympics 12 days away.
We do. It's coming up. It's right around the corner, and of course, it's in Paris, and so it's a Summer Olympic Games. Obviously,
the home of boredom.
Ennui. And then so are this or that. It's not what would you rather participate in, what would you rather cheer on, what would you rather watch. It's just this or that.
Simple.
Yeah.
Gymnastics or track and field.
All
To me,
right.
this is a no-brainer.
Okay, you go first.
Well, no, the results are speaking for themselves. Can you just 76% agreed with me that it's gymnastics.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
track and field isn't even, in fact, we probably did track and field a disservice by putting it up against Muhammad Ali. Like, you got no shot against gymnastics.
Right.
friend. So, 76% gymnastics, 24% track and field. I stepped on your results call, but sorry, it just felt right to say it at that point.
It's fine.
Gonna be okay, or are you?
Are you on board with that, or are you like, are you a,
Yeah, you haven't
are
said
you,
anything yet.
like a big pole vault person?
You know, I actually really struggled with this. I love gymnastics, and that's probably what my gut instinct would say, just because, like, Simone Biles, Suni Lee, shout out to Minnesota. But you gotta respect track and field, especially as someone who has no coordination whatsoever and cannot run to save their life. I'm like, dang, that's impressive. So
it's running.
Yeah, but some of the greatest Olympic moments ever, still to this day, the most iconic, are all on that track. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard to deny that.
yeah.
You know, whether
So the
it's-
24% that voted for it, we see you, we feel you, but we're all on the same page. It's
But you also don't
gymnastics.
count.
The end, this or that.
Topic 3, coolest reptiles.
All right, this one's my topic.
Of course it is.
Is anyone surprised by that? I don't
most
even
perk
think he
thing
needed
ever,
to
yeah.
say that
Yeah.
it was his topic. We all
Yeah.
already knew.
It's brilliant, though. It's like that's what makes you you. You, like, I come up with movie stuff. She comes up with music stuff, and then Perk's like, "Hey, let's do reptiles."
Let's look at
This is the coolest reptiles.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of reptiles. There's
Right.
scary ones. There's
Yeah.
like lame ones, but these are the coolest ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to let Ellie lead us. on
Oh,
All right.
let's go.
Really curious to see how this one's gonna go.
All right, my number 3, I gotta be honest, the only reason I'm choosing Komodo dragon for my number 3 is because it can eat so much. And I think that's really impressive.
Are you jealous?
Yeah, it can eat, like, what is it, 80% of its body weight or something?
You're looking at us to like know?
Well,
I didn't even know
I just
Komodo
feel like-
dragons. I don't even know what they eat.
I don't know what they eat either, but I just kind of assumed as dudes you like reptiles.
Instead of getting defensive, why don't you take it as a compliment that she was looking to us for wisdom?
Yeah, because I'll never do it again.
I mean, I
Number 2.
Boom! Roasted.
Number 2, if you have coolest reptiles and you don't include the thing that can change its color, a chameleon, you're wrong. You're wrong. It doesn't need to be your number 1. No, I'm not saying that. It just needs to be in your top 3, and if it's not, you're wrong. The end. Any questions, comments,
Nope.
concerns?
Nope. I think you're on the right track.
Wonderful. Wow, this
Yeah.
is too kind.
It's going a little easy. Don't worry. It's first time. It's our first day back.
Yeah, it's just a reunion. You
Yeah.
know, it's okay. Okay. Number 1, I'm going to go with the Jesus lizard that walks on water, the basilisk lizard. It goes all the way across water, and nothing can walk on water except for bugs. So for like something large to be able to walk on water, is it that large? I don't really know. But I just find that really impressive. The little that it does across the water and it doesn't fall in. Like that's pretty dang cool.
How far can it go?
I don't know. I just was like looking up reptiles, and then this one came up, and I was like, I wish I could walk on water. So it wins.
It's a great choice. I just think.
What do you
and by
think of
the-
her? This is your thing. What do you think of her 3? You didn't really say much.
All really good rankings.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, all really good rankings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm proud of myself for that.
I approve of all of them.
Good.
And
Good.
and I know that you guys look to me for approval oftentimes. So
Oh.
yes, I mean just all good.
Easy with the you guys.
Yeah. You do
Okay.
it once and he runs.
I'm going to go next, Paul.
Oh.
Yeah. My topic, I can pick whoever goes in what order.
Correct.
That's the way we do this thing.
It's odd. This might be the first time in the history of Rank You Very Much where the person that's hosting the topic goes second.
True. They usually go first
You either go
or
first
last.
or you go last. Don't really go second. So you are a trendsetter.
Okay, thanks,
Oh.
Paul.
Yeah.
I'm never doing it then.
Number 3, and if you'll recall back when we did coolest birds way back when, I ranked a bird that you said wasn't a bird or whatever.
A bat is not a bird, but
right.
continue.
Yeah, bat's not a bird.
But I still, to this day,
Friggin'
say that it
bats.
is a bird. So
Are you gonna
not
make
a
it a
bird.
reptile now?
no, this is an actual. This one's
Watch it be his number 1.
Number 1 coolest reptile is a bat.
I'm gonna take a bat right up to the side. Number 3.
Side of what? Side of what? Side of what?
Your.
I don't like this. I'm sitting in between you guys now. You can't just do.
Bats.
Right.
Bats figurative. You're in a safe place. Side of what?
torso. Your torso. I was going to aim for your torso.
Cool. That's a safe place.
Okay.
A lot of blubber.
Number 3, coolest reptile. I'm going sea turtle.
Oh.
Yep. Thank you.
Any
And
particular sea turtle?
I
Or?
just no.
Okay.
No. A sea turtle. I mean, there's leatherbacks. There's all sorts of different guys. This is just like straight sea turtle. And my mom actually is part of a marine lab conservatory group down there in the Gulf Coast of Florida, and every day she walks the beach saving sea turtles. She has a
pretty
job.
cool.
She logs all these nests and all this stuff. She protects these sea turtles and she keeps them going. Been a rough couple years down there with the tides and the weather and all that stuff.
Is the rising temperature of the Gulf affecting them?
Yes.
I would imagine that it is.
And by the way, I had I not put
They might be
sea
losing
turtle
weight,
on
though.
my list, and my mom hears this podcast, I'd be screwed, right? So sea turtle number 3.
No, I like that. Did you guys
Under
know I
pressure.
actually have a tattoo of a turtle?
No, didn't know that.
I do.
Okay, well, maybe we can get that onto social media. at some point.
Really? Like Leonardo, Michelangelo? Which one? Okay, number 2.
Well played.
Alligator. Okay. No? Really? No reaction. Just kind of like ennui. has set in,
Dirty,
apparently.
filthy.
I'm scared of them, so I don't think
Yeah.
they're cool.
I don't. It's not. It's just kind of your run of the mill. It's the side salad of reptiles. It's not
It's a
anything
staple.
fancy. It's just a
It's
yeah,
a
it's a staple.
staple.
It
It's
is-
on every menu, right? Like a side salad, but you also don't go to the restaurant to see the side salad. You just go to the.
It's an alligator, bro.
Sure.
It's like ranking jungle animals and saying lion's number 1, because of course it is.
It's like ranking coolest birds and saying that bald eagle is basic.
okay, so you're saying alligator's basic.
I'm saying it's yeah.
Okay, have
I
you,
don't know
have
if I
you-
approve of
have you-
using the term basic for alligator.
Well, what you
but-
call it's the same thing as me ranking a bald eagle number 1 of coolest birds when it's a
Okay,
complete
okay.
badass.
You know
It's
what?
the same thing.
I will respect that
It's
opinion.
in the water. It's on the land. It's amphibious, dude. You say it when you're saying goodbye to someone. You
Say alligator?
see you later,
Are we
alligator.
still talking about alligators?
You've clearly not worn Lacoste.
No.
Nope.
Haven't.
They haven't paid me a dime. They don't get to get
Number 1.
see my chest.
Coolest reptile. I'm going like Ellie with chameleon.
Oh!
She didn't rank it number 1. I
didn't,
did.
but-
I just think, just what? How does that happen? I
Why
still
can't
don't
humans
understand.
do that?
That is absolutely crazy. That is such a natural phenomenon that I can't even wrap my brain around. That it changes colors, dude. If we had it on this table, it would be light brown. If you had it on your face, it would be bright red. It's crazy.
Wow,
It's
that's
crazy.
hurtful.
You know, I just had a light
Wow.
bulb moment when
What?
it comes to superhero
ass.
powers that I want. I want the superhero power of being like a chameleon and blending in with things. Do you know how dope that would be if you could just like and then like what is up with me in that noise today? But you get what I'm saying. That's how reptiles move. And then you like blend into the wall and then people come in and they talk stuff and then you can pop out and be like, "Ha! I heard you."
I'm gonna ask the question everybody's wondering. Is my face really that red?
No.
God, oh my God.
There are other animals out there that blend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they don't. I mean,
They
this thing could
camouflage.
go
They
from,
don't,
that
like,
could go
yeah.
from neon green
It's
to
crazy,
black.
bro.
It's insane, bruh.
Crazy, bro.
Bruh. It's not bro. It's bruh.
Bruh.
We're into bruh.
Okay.
So
And by the way, don't be so freaking sensitive. I'm taking a jab.
I know.
Okay.
I was just asking the question everybody was asking. Was wondering. So there's no choice but to let me go next.
Right.
Okay. I want to ask permission, and I'm asking for a little bit of leeway for the benefit of the podcast.
Here we go.
Can I have one wedge because I approach this in 2 different ways, and I want to.
I thought you were the
I just
wedge
want to
police.
say
I'm hearing him out.
Okay.
I want to just say one that doesn't apply to the way that you guys did it at all. I'm not asking for both of my 3. I approach this from two completely diffdifferent ways.
Did
and
he
I just
pick,
want to
like,
share one of them.
Okay.
Fake
did
animals?
you apply online for this?
No, I'm
No.
one of the hosts.
Is
I
there
don't
a
have
form?
to do that.
Is there a form we can use?
Yes or no? I'll adapt.
I'm
I need the
adaptable.
QR code.
You know what? Since it's the first episode of the reboot, I'm going to say green light. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
have
get
at
one
it.
in future
No,
episodes
you don't.
then.
No, you
yes,
don't.
I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There's no guarantee.
There's just no guarantees.
Here's the thing. I went at it with fictitious reptiles and actual reptiles. And I just think Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon is a really cool reptile. But I'm going to stick to the real list because that's what y'all did.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
why did you see coolest reptiles and assume that we were talking about fictional characters?
Because we've done that before. Perk will throw those kind of curveballs all the time. But I like my actual
Not only
three.
fictional characters, but fictional species.
Yeah, like not even you. Is a dragon
reptile.
even a reptile?
Right.
It's got scales. I mean, it's a reptile.
Okay.
And I'm not even using it. I just wanted to give a shout out
just
to
wanted to
Toothless.
wedge. You
no,
know
I
what?
wanted to give a shout out to Toothless.
I just want to deduct you all the points in the
Fine.
universe.
Take them all. Take
Good.
all of my points for this episode.
Okay.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Number 3 is a leatherback sea turtle.
Nice. That boy. Yeah.
You know
Well
why?
done.
Not a kid.
They're big and they're cool looking.
Yeah.
Also, swim 22 miles per hour. So take that, turtle is
Right.
slow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, the leatherback
That's
sea
really
turtle is legit. That's
fast.
really fast. That's like boating on Lake Minnetonka fast.
Wow.
Maybe go a little faster than that, but 22 is pretty. That's moving.
Is that like Crush and Finding Nemo, where it's
Finn.
like go with the flow,
Noggin.
just keep swimming like that dude? Was it that?
I don't know the name.
Was he a leatherback?
I've seen them, but I don't know
Okay.
the names.
'Cause
of
they
all
were
the
hauling.
characters. Number 2, I'm kind of shocked nobody said this one. The flying gecko. I mean, Burrow can fly. Dude's a reptile who's winging it through the air.
Wait.
He's like,
How far does it go?
That's what they do.
They
Watch a video.
the-
That's what they do.
There's a contest in, I believe it's Poughkeepsie, New York, in which they see how far they can go. And I think the world record was 37 meters.
What?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's a complete fabrication, by the way. But okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Dude, leave it there.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell us that.
Okay, sorry.
You had us in the
I'm
palm of
so
your hand.
gullible.
But did Poughkeepsie
Didn't you feel us
I
in
know.
the palm of your
gosh,
hand?
I should have won ahead.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, bro.
This is where everything comes together. And this is where I make his day.
Alligator. Oh my God.
No,
alligator.
number 1 is Chameleon. Duh. It's the greatest. I mean, it's like the no-brainerest, coolest reptile
Yeah.
in the history of coolest reptiles.
Yeah.
It like, to me, going from alligator to chameleon is just foolish and silly. But I don't want this to get negative. We've behaved ourselves so well on this episode.
By the way, for those that are new to the podcast, right, across the board, number 1 is incredibly rare. So
Yes.
you and I had the same number 1.
Ellie,
I mean-
number 2.
Ellie went with the walking on water lizard or whatever, but so she kind of ruined it. But
Yeah. No, not
like,
kind of. She absolutely ruined
So
it.
that
Okay,
can't-
but we can't come back in
took
all
a
of the same number
sledgehammer.
one.
that would have been magical, though.
Yeah, it would have been in our big return. Think of
Gosh.
that.
Thanks, Ellie.
Yeah, think of that. Like, let's just imagine that Michael Jordan goes and plays baseball or something silly like that, and then comes back and plays for the Bulls again, and in that first game he scores 60 or something like
Yeah.
that. That's what it would have been like
That's
for
what
us
it
to
would have
all
been
three
like.
have the same number
Okay.
one.
Gosh darn
Okay.
it.
But
Okay.
Ellie took a
No, just
sledgehammer
blame
and
me.
destroyed
Just
the table in front of us.
blame me. It's
And
fine.
it's all her fault. But should we do it again anyway?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Next week?
Okay, sounds good. See
Yeah.
you next week.
Okay, bye.
Rank you very much. Original theme created by Walk Off the Earth. Interact with the show on social media at RankYouPod. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, comma, thank you.
Thank you very much.